Hello, Internet, and welcome to Nerd Break, the podcast where we take a break from life and nerd out about our favorite things. I am your host with the most on all courts, Joseph, and joining me this week are two of my best shooting friends, Zoms
I have yet to see you on a court.
and Moxie.
So one time in gym class, well, let's put it this way. I'm not allowed to do basketball anymore, or wasn't allowed to, because I hit my teacher in the face with it. True story.
Well, that's okay, Moxie, because this week we are just playing with the brackets as we are in the beginning of our month of March Madness.
Woohoo! I actually forgot
Yay.
that was going on. March
Yeah.
kind of snuck up on me.
You know, this is a fast-going year, 3 months in, and
Yeah.
we're already in the thick of it.
Yeah. Kind of what I thought. I kind of looked at the calendar a couple days ago and went, wait, it's already March. Great. I'm still recovering from last March.
We don't talk about last March.
There's so much going on.
But let's get started, as we always do, with what we've been doing, playing, reading, watching, the whole 9 yards over the past week. Zoms, are you going to bail on me again?
I never bail on you.
Come on, participate and assist. I know that much of basketball.
Okay, here I go. I picked up Deadly Premonition 2 again, and have been playing that.
Ooh.
It's a lot of fun. I really like the characters in there.
You gonna
Well, the
stream
main
that for me?
character. I should.
Yes, you should.
You can't, you won't.
Some League of Legends. Playing a lot of that. I'm thinking maybe I will go pro.
Oh,
And
yeah.
I was talked into joining a team for Warzone,
Mhm.
and that team was all over the place. There was no communication. I think it was just a one-time thing. Everybody was drinking. It was right after that UFC fight, and everybody was like, "Hey, let's play some Warzone. We can start a team." And so I joined, and it was constantly me running around picking everybody up and paying for people to get back in the game.
Way to take one for the team, Zoms. I love this team theme you're going with, buddy.
So you're
Oh
going
yeah,
pro for League of Legends?
I would like to. I'm considering it.
You're doing it for KDA, aren't you?
No,
Mhm.
not only.
Not only. I know your
And
weakness.
that's been just about it. I was stabbed a couple times for my blood, but it
Oh,
refused.
medical?
Yeah,
Hmm. How's that going, buddy?
great. Makes me feel good.
Hey, hey, welcome to the medical crew.
And that's all I got. What about you, Moxie?
Well, last Saturday we finally had a continuation of a D&D game that we have been waiting for a year and 3 months, guys. And I got to play my Drow Ranger again, my anxiety-ridden elf, as he's known as Anxiety Elf in the group. But yeah, I got to play him again. It was very nice. We had a loss. We already had a death in the team 3 sessions in. Um, Nat won on the death save and then failed the other death save, so we had to say goodbye to our bard. But I think he's getting raised as a revenant or something, or wraith, or I don't know. We don't know. It's a homebrew campaign. Other than that, been painting, and again, Tuesday night campaign Pathfinder is actually reaching its climax. Campaign is Rise of the Rune Lords, so we are essentially chapter 6, 5 or 6 into it. So yeah, we're reaching the end of that. I'm gonna say goodbye to Borba, my half orc himbo that I love so much. I'm gonna have to say goodbye to her at some point. She's died 3 times. It's great. It's great.
You know, some might say that you are a little loon e to be saying
You know
goodbye.
what, Broseph? You and I, we're gonna have words out back, and I'm gonna beat you to a pulp.
Sounds like fun.
Get in line.
Like my little noodly arms can do anything.
Yeah, little 5 foot versus an almost 6 foot person. That's gonna go well.
I'm closer to the underworld. I can drag you down. Do not test me.
First, you gotta figure out how.
I can figure out how. I
Anything
can
else
figure
you've been
that out.
doing though?
No, it's kind of light on my end. Haven't done much. Playing Final Fantasy online last week, Thursday, for a little bit, like an hour with my friends. Other than that, no, not much going on in my world.
I guess I've been the one to do the most then.
Yes.
Wow. I got in blind boxes for
Yeah, I saw that
the
video and even
limited run.
commented on it.
Yeah, and it's amazing. I posted that Sunday and it's already to over 140 views.
That's because
Biggest
you're
on the
amazing.
channel. I'm not that amazing. I actually did pop open Bomb Chicken and have played it a little.
You like it?
Um, yes and no. Let's put it this way. Bombs and chickens, the chicken can roast itself.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
That's an A+ game for me. Make your own
Oh,
chicken
good.
dinner out of yourself.
And that's even funny. What the death animation is the chicken cooked in a meal with fries and a drink. That's
Oh,
that's the death screen right there.
yeah, honestly, they knew what they were doing. I appreciate that with a game developer.
I also played some Animal Crossing, trying to get all those Super Mario goodies. Played a little Super Mario 3D World, still advancing on that. Still working on Hyrule Warriors Age of Calamity. Yeah, I've been playing a lot for someone that's
Yeah,
been working on YouTube too.
you've been doing the most out of, I guess, the two of us, three of us.
Depends on
You've been
whether you
doing the
count
most.
Zoms as one or two people.
I mean, his corpse and his zombie self. Yeah, I guess.
I'm confused.
Hey, hey, you know what, Zoms? I'll just say this: my icon on Discord right now is a dead guy. I'm showing my support in you.
Oh, and I forgot, Pokemon Nuzlocke. I'm still working on that.
Oh, yeah, yeah. I wasn't able to join in the last stream. I ended up having to do some work around the house, but I hope to join the next time.
I'm currently in Galarian Cave. Caught
Have
one
you?
of those rock fire type Pokemon that I am unfortunately blanking on the name of at the moment. And
Trust
I
me, same
forgot
here.
I forgot to nickname it. So as soon as I get to a place where I can nickname it, I'll nickname it something, whatever it is. But I'm very fortunate to have caught it. I went by the idea that new route, new place, those are the limitations for catching new Pokemon.
Hmm.
So I don't think when I get outside of the cave, I'll be able to catch another Pokemon because that'll probably still be Route 3.
Yeah,
Which, darn
technically.
it, that means I won't be able to catch a Pikachu.
You're better off with that one though.
Yeah,
That's a twofer.
well, that and because the first gym is grass gym, so I'll
Yup.
have a fire type advantage. But yeah, that's what I've been doing. Lots and lots of stuff. So let's score a 3 pointer and go over to the news.
Ooh, shooting fast.
Yeah, and kicking it off is this news piece that Disgaea 6 drops in June
Yes! Ah, I cannot wait. I cannot wait. I want
with
it.
with all sorts of goodies too.
I want it. I want it so bad.
There's going to be a limited edition
Hmm. Tempting.
and it's going to come with the big poster and music and I guess
The music's
pins.
good. They always got good music.
It's just going to be a bonanza of stuff.
I should let my one friend know from the Tuesday night campaigns. I've been trying to get him to get a Switch because he's a Disgaea fan as much as I am. And here's to hoping.
The interesting thing here is that we are not getting a standard edition. We're getting the unrelenting edition and the limited edition.
Hmm.
And
Interesting.
the unrelenting edition is $60. So limited is 100.
Yikes. Yikes on trikes. But you know what? Whatever.
Oh, you know you want it.
Yeah, but of course money. Maybe I'll if something passes in Congress, I might use a little bit of that towards that.
Didn't
If
you hear that passed?
Oh, I'm getting a Disgaea game. Is that true?
Yeah, it passed today.
I'm getting a
So there you go.
Disgaea game.
Well, I'm gonna shoot over to our next news piece because we can't keep this ball dribbling in one place. Something that we missed last week is that Sony is working on new PlayStation VR,
Hmm.
and we might be getting very interesting new controllers that look somewhat similar here with
Mm.
actual hand grips and triggers and motions. It's all very interesting. But just the fact that we're getting a new version of the PlayStation VR, that means Zoms can finally have his wish with his waifus.
It's always a good thing for Zoms, right,
I
Zoms?
I don't understand.
We've
So
been getting a lot of that with you lately.
I will buy it, and then my waifus come over and play on my system.
I could make so many jokes.
I know. I'm holding
I can
back
make I can
myself.
make so many jokes. Zoms, let's put it this way. Just be aware that the PlayStation VR is in development, a second iteration of it, and you might get it soon.
Maybe. How affordable will they make it?
You know, the PlayStation VR when it came out was actually the most affordable way to get into VR at the time. So there is a likely chance that it could very well be worth your while.
Maybe. The one that's currently out is over $300.
Oh,
Um, mm,
well,
Moving along though, because we got to keep this up to bring things to fruition. Evidently, PlayStation had a patent for an interesting fruit peripheral in the shape of a banana. Bet you can't go apes over this.
okay, I can do some jokes as well, but I'm gonna hold back on it.
What, you don't want to slip while passing?
Oh no, my jokes are not friendly for this podcast.
I'd believe that.
I know you believe that.
I believe it. How much editing will Joseph have to do?
About 5 minutes worth.
Please, please, please. I already have to do so much editing. Just tell me whether you would want a banana-shaped peripheral to play your PlayStation games on.
I mean, it's amusing enough that I'd be interested.
Soms, don't you want to go ape?
Okay.
Not what I was expecting out of you.
No.
Well, I have a slam dunk, at least for me, in the fact that Blaster Master Zero 3 got announced and it's coming out in June also. I didn't realize this was a trilogy, and I realize I'm the only one here that cares. But yay! Next up, No More Heroes 1 and 2 is getting physical release through limited run games
Interesting.
for the Switch, which I think is personally awesome.
Mm-hmm.
This game deserves to be physical, has been in every iteration up till now. Had a release on the PS3 and the Wii before that. So I just
Is
I
it just the
deserve
one version
um
that's
it
getting
is
a physical release?
it is No More Heroes 1 and 2, which is
Oh, okay.
actually perfect timing since 3 comes out this year. And there is a special edition for both of them that interestingly when you put them on your bookshelf, the spines line up just right to make Travis's face.
Man, that's like my collection of Trinity blood and the spines formed an image.
I have some manga that do that as well.
Yeah. Boy, that's a throwback.
You know, Zoms, this game is so up your alley though, because the main character, Travis Touchdown, he likes anime girls, and he has this hots for this chick. That is the whole point of the game, is he's trying to get to the top of the assassins list so that he can score with her.
Somebody made a manga about Zombies.
There you go.
I'm trying to decide if I should be offended or not by what Joseph has just said.
Well, I can tell you something else that's very offensive, Zoms.
Yes,
Conker turned 20 years old.
Conker the squirrel from
Conker the
Conker's Bad
squirrel.
Fur Day.
Yeah, Conker's Bad Fur Day. Conker turned 20 years old and Rare decided to celebrate.
I'm old.
Are we gonna
Oh,
get a physical release on the Switch for Conker's Bad Fur Day?
Don't count on it because Rare is owned by Xbox.
yep.
So don't even go there. But happy birthday, Conker. I will never ever play your game, and you will probably stay the single most offensive game ever made. Maybe.
I am offended that people think that it's offensive.
You know, it's actually not as offensive as it really could be, but it is pretty offensive.
Oh, it's hilarious.
I think it's great.
I guess that kind of proves the kind of person I am, though.
I have 0 comments right now.
Okay, you better keep them to yourself, or else.
My comments are positive, and I want a sequel to Conker's Bad Fur Day.
That would be hilarious, though.
You would.
Mm-hmm. I actually say go for it. Do it. Everything's coming back. It's the time of nostalgia.
Next up, we actually got a trailer for the Pokemon Diamond and Pearl remake, but remade by a fan in the form of Pokemon Sword and Shield.
Yeah, I think they, like, either I channeled them or they channeled me because of the rage when I saw what had become in the game.
Well, let's just say people are dunking on Pokemon Diamond and Pearl.
Yeah. It's little Duplo character. It's Duplo. Seriously.
I'm gonna get him.
I am too, but this trailer is all forms of. You can tell it's fan made. Let's just put it that way. It's so fan made.
That's not always bad, though.
No,
Look at Sonic Mania.
Sonic Mania though is amazing.
Oh, dude, it's legit.
Something else that's legit is the development kit of the PlayStation 5. Not only is it shaped in the form of a V,
Yeah.
so maybe they were trying to shout for victory before it ever released, but this thing is massive, like big black Bluetooth speaker, massive,
Yeah, it's huge.
hearty speaker.
Go big or go home.
Yeah, glad this didn't see the light of day, to be honest. And we got the model that we did for retail, even though I don't like that. Next up, things that people aren't getting is that Overwatch is skipping the PS5 for an upgrade at least, and is instead giving upgrades to the Xbox Series X and S versions.
Maybe a smart choice. I mean, considering
You know, though,
the game we're talking about.
this is a problem though. And it's not the first game that has pulled this, and I didn't realize this, but evidently, what has to happen in order to have a PlayStation 5 version of a game is that they have to produce a native PS5 version of the game.
Interesting.
Yeah. Whereas with Xbox, probably because it's more like a PC than a console, they can just patch in these little updates and move on with life. So Xbox is currently winning the console wars,
Yep.
even though PlayStation has sold more.
I'm gonna get an Xbox.
You know what? You should get those this final news piece for video games, at least. You should get the new Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Shredder's Revenge game.
I think I will. Where do I sign up?
Well, it's currently in development, so you'll have to wait a little while for the sign up process. But this is being made by some of the same people that made a little game called Scott Pilgrim versus the World, the game.
Oh, nice. It makes me curious as to what the art will look like.
You can look at it in the link in the chat, buddy, because it looks pretty much exactly like Turtles in Time.
No,
Yes, it looks awesome.
For what system will it be available for?
It has not been identified yet, but it's probably going to be for everything.
I'm gonna get it.
I am too. Hopefully, you'll have online multiplayer co-op, and then we can shred the shredder together.
Or I'm gonna eat all the pizza and you won't get any.
Well, I can tell you right now that's not going to happen because what I had for dinner was pizza.
Shut
Sounds
up.
good.
Don't you want to get TMNT Shredder's Revenge, Moxie?
Dude. I mean, aside from the way I talk, I am a huge Ninja Turtle fan, so I don't know, man. I don't know. Maybe it is intriguing, and I do love my sewer and reptiles. Guess which one's my favorite?
Is it the brain?
Which one is the brain?
I mean, literally, the brain. Krang.
And it's Pinky and the brain. It's Pinky. I was gonna
You know,
say
now that I think about it,
what?
Brosiv. Brosiv looks like one of the bad guys.
He looks like. Is it the steely gaze, the sharp jawline,
The attitude.
the attitude? I mean, it's most definitely the attitude. And then
That's
if it fogs up just right on like a dark, cold night and his glasses do that anime sheen thing, I mean,
I'm not sure I like where this is going, so
it's
I'm going
according
to
to
have
plan.
to say that is the end of the video game news. Zoms, it is time to dribble the ball and pass it to your side of the court for the anime news.
Oh, okay. Well, there is a lot. Um, but I'm gonna rush it through, especially because one of these news segments, oh my goodness. Anime time. Um, so there's an anime called Rent a Girlfriend, and it's pretty popular. Uh,
Oh my. What is it called?
Rent a Girlfriend.
You have told us about this last week, I believe.
I need some booze right now. I can't do this.
You already have some.
Hey, hey, I earned this hard lemonade.
And actually, I found out that this service in Japan for Rent a Girlfriend is real.
This layers on so much plot twist.
I'm actually kind of concerned.
This
Anyways,
throws.
so it's these girls are classy. Okay, I'm gonna let you know.
Are we talking like host club?
Something like that. Uh, but you can smell like your favorite rental girlfriend
Oh my
because
god.
they've released scents.
Oh no. No.
There's something
No.
entirely seriously wrong with this.
Oh no.
And they have hand sanitizer
Oh, of course.
that's scented like your favorites.
Oh. Ooh.
I
You know what?
knew Japan was this way, but seriously?
Mm, I have so many. You know what? I'm gonna mute myself right now because I'm gonna
And they got the fragrance sticks.
I have just been pushed over the edge.
And we're waiting for season 2 sometime in 2022.
I needed that cackle. Sorry.
You
You
said
get the
season 2 is coming
perfume.
in 2022?
Yeah.
Okay then.
Next
You know.
is there was a Resident Evil movie reboot.
Oh,
Teases characters September 3rd premiere.
wait a minute. Resident Evil reboot? Which one is it
Reboot.
rebooting?
I believe the first one, it's got the characters of Jill Valentine, Albert Wesker, Leon, Claire, Chris, Ada,
Okay,
Chief
sounds like the first
Irons,
one.
yep, Richard
Okay,
Aiken, William Birkin, and Brad Vickers.
okay, okay. Might be interesting. They
hmm
better not
hmm
screw it up, though.
hmm
I
hmm
will judge them harshly.
And Crunchyroll launches a new website for US members.
Okay.
So I'm actually looking forward to this because I do have issues with the site. There is a lot of things that I wish could be fixed, and I have not seen anything for a very long time. I think they finally got my complaints. So
You never know.
you never know. And the talk right now as we gear up for Attack on Titan's final season finale with an intense trailer. It's coming. The final chapter has been announced, and it's here. Is it really going to be the end? I don't think so, honestly.
Really? Because I think it will be.
I think they can continue.
There's going to be a spinoff, I bet you, but I think it
Yeah,
is going
I
to end.
think there is.
The main one is going to end. We'll get a spinoff.
Yep. And I wanted to point out, or now we're at the next part for anime character birthdays.
Anime birthday, happy birthday to you.
Yeah. Uh, there's so much going on right now with One Piece, and I think it's just a sign because this is the month of One Piece characters. Just I couldn't believe how many One Piece characters have birthdays this month. It's insane. I don't know how they come up with birthdays for the characters. Um, if anybody can answer that, let's talk about it. Send me an email. Or if there's any birthdays that you want to talk about, send me an email.
And what's that email?
Broseph,
I don't know. I forgot.
we better start remembering because people want to talk to us.
All right, fine. It's nerdbreakpodcast@gmail.com.
Attaboy.
So I'm gonna make this quick, kind of. We got Abisu from Naruto, March 8th. We've got Gamamaru from Naruto, March 8th. We've got Tenten, March 9th, Naruto. Midnight from My Hero Academia, March
Ooh,
9th.
oh, midnight.
I know.
Press F in the chat.
Yokumiru, March 9th, also from My Hero.
Oh.
And Yuki Cross, March 9th. Yuki was from Vampire Knight. There we go. And we have, here we go, Frankie, Dracul Mihawk, Shanks, March 9th from One Piece. And we have Sentomaru, Satori of the Forest.
Okay.
Hotori and Kotori, Nora Kitsune, all One Piece, March 10th. And we have Momo from Chunibyo. I love this anime series.
I thought for a moment it's like Momo from Avatar.
No, not yet. March 10th. Speed it up with Yohime from Rise of the Yokai Clan 2, March 10th. Here's a video game character, Duo Lon from The King of Fighters, March 11th. Another video game character from Soul Calibur is Sophicia, March 12th, or Sophia, whatever you want to call her.
Sophitia. Don't ask
You
how
know,
I know that.
I'm surprised that you know who I'm talking about.
I do
You
because
pervert.
I play lots of different video games.
You pervert.
Holding out on us.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, you don't ask, I don't tell.
Oh, I see how it is.
Yeah.
Is that how you're going to play it now?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Here's a character from Boruto is Araya, March 13th. We've got Alvida from One Piece, March 14th. We have Smoker, March 14th. And I'm going to end it there because there's
a
lot of One Piece.
There's a lot this month.
I'm surprised. I'll pick it up next week. But yeah, if anybody wants to talk about these anime characters and their birthdays, or like I said, if you know how they come up with the birthdays, send me an email. And that's all I got for anime news.
That's not true.
I have more.
Moxie, tell him it's not true.
It's true.
No, it's not.
Yes, it is.
You forgot something.
I'm the little devil on your shoulder. I'm saying that everything is fine. Let me do the Jedi wave. There is no other news.
Not even about Way of the House Husband?
Oh! Never mind, we have news. Spill it.
Why, Moxie, why should I spill it when you're the one that brought it up to begin with?
This is true. Oh, this is so true. What a fool am I. Okay, so listen up, y'all. We had a trailer drop for Netflix, The Way of the House Husband, and I decided to drop it in our Nerd Break disco. Got a disco chat going on there, and it took Zoms by surprise. I watched it. I know Zoms watched it. I don't know if you watched it, Broseph.
Probably not.
No, I did not.
No, that's such a shame. It
I
looked
will watch it. I will watch it.
It's very faithful to the art style, and it even looks like Zoms, did you notice that there's minimal movement? Like the characters actually don't move a lot, and it's more like at times moving images. Did you notice that?
Uh,
There's not
yes.
there's animation. It's not a lot of animation, which isn't bad. Um, it's more of like a animated graphic novel to me. That's the vibe I'm getting. I don't know if that was just for the trailer and the entire thing is going to be differently. It's going to be different, but I'm hyped. It looks good. It's
I'm
got it's
I'm
got
hyped.
good voice actors already. I'm just where the house husband.
I was watching the trailer at work,
Yeah.
and one of my coworkers looked over my shoulder and was like, "What is that? That looks funny."
I mean, it
And
is funny.
it is funny.
It's an ex Yakuza making a bento box and putting it on Instagram. It is very funny. I can tell by
I
Brosa's
can't
face, he's
wait.
like, "Why?"
Yeah,
I
we've talked about this a lot. This is probably one of our more anticipated
Yeah.
anime, at least between myself and Moxie, not
Hey,
Broseph.
Hey,
I
He
kind of
doesn't
want
watch
to
a
see
lot of
it.
anime.
I got an idea. Hey, Zoms.
Yeah.
When it hits first episode, you wanna watch it and then maybe do a review?
Oh yes, let's do a streaming thing. Broseph, you can purchase tickets and show up if you'd like.
How rude. And I was just going to offer to bring popcorn, but I've been excluded, so
Is
forget
is
it.
it cinnamon popcorn?
I will not say it's anything that you could have wanted or not.
Is it cinnamon muffins?
We're not going that far.
We'll discuss this later, but we'll
We
make a
will
plan of
in private. After the podcast, we can all argue.
what a fool I was to forget that. Blasphemous.
What about the
And you
release
thought I
date
was crazy.
of April 8th? It's
Well,
almost here. Less than a month
mark it
away.
mark it on your calendar, boys.
I already did.
Good.
See, folks, this is the reason why I am the host.
Excuse you, I thought we were all the hosts.
Now who's not paying attention to the intro?
Excuse me, it's my show and it's Zom's show. I don't know about you. Sounds like a you problem. Sorry, buddy.
Well, I'm going to cut in with one last piece of news that I did miss that is a final problem, as Nobu Uematsu, forgive me, sir, if I have mispronounced your name,
You
but
chopped it up.
the
He did better than I would have.
the famous
Okay.
Final Fantasy composer may have written his last full soundtrack. And no, before any of you get onto me thinking that he is passing away, that is not the case. He has health issues, though, that he is dealing with, and the game that he has been working on may be the last full soundtrack that he composes, as opposed to being able to potentially do just single tracks
He's
for
a
other games.
genius.
Yes, he is.
I'm gonna miss that. But good for him for retiring, you know?
Indeed. Zoms, Moxie, I think it
Yeah.
is now time for that most awesome event. It is time for our
Okay, everyone, have a good day. Closing out the podcast.
Topic!
The best part of the podcast isn't the end?
It's growing up.
according to the way this is recording, it's our closing topic.
Oh, it is. Well, I guess there's that.
Mm. No, it is time for our big topic. Every week we have one, and this week is no exception. In fact, because this is March and we are going mad, we have a March Madness month big topic of a March Madness bracket.
Yeah, it's hilarious.
This month, for the next several weeks, we are having all sorts of different characters from video game and anime duke it out to see who is the top character. We have 8 characters in the roster, and the characters consist of the following: Mega Man X from the Mega Man X series, Vash the Stampede from Trigun, Jonathan Reed, Doctor from the video game Vampire, Eraserhead from My Hero Academia, Saris Victoria from the anime Hellsing, Yuri from Street Fighter, Pyra from Xenoblade Chronicles 2, and Goku from Dragon Ball Z. These
Eh,
8 characters have been arranged in bracket format randomly and now have to duke it out.
That's an eclectic mix. I also like how, and to the listeners out there, we each had to pick a certain amount, at least one from each category. It kind of really said a lot about us, what we chose. It really said a lot about us.
Yes, indeed. We have an even split of 4 video game characters and 4 anime characters. And the bracket was as randomized as I could possibly get it by rolling dice,
Yeah, you did
putting the
good.
numbers in, and plugging them into the bracket.
Oh no, it turned out okay.
So, first up for the fight is going to be Mega Man X versus Vash the Stampede.
Oh dear.
Yes, this could get messy already.
I know who I'm picking or who I'd cheer for.
Oh, well, we already know who picked who here.
Pretty much. Once again, it's very telling and describes us perfectly well which ones we picked.
to
It's
get
hilarious.
to try to put some light to how we're going to do this, we are going to have a little discussion about who we think would win and why, and then we will have a vote. And since we each picked a character, there will be one person that will be the deciding vote. Since there are 3 of us, that is very easily done. And that
Yeah.
character will advance to the next round.
So you better convince me.
Well, since I picked Mega Man X and Zoms there picked Bash the Stampede, Zoms, would you like to take up the argument first?
uh, okay. I think Vash will win because he's a stampede and he'll beat Mega Man. The end.
You have to do better than that.
That said absolutely nothing.
Oh,
I could
my
defend my
friend.
side very easily here.
Try again. Get it? Try again.
Yes,
Okay.
there you go. I like that. Try gun again.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. 3
Oh
points.
wait, Mega Man X has a weapon called the Trigun, I think.
You
It's a
think you're supposed to
conspiracy.
know about him.
We have to go
Oh,
deeper.
there are so many weapons, so little time.
I think we should pick one Mega Man.
I did pick
One Mega
one
Man,
Mega Man.
one weapon.
Well,
I
I
mean,
can still defend myself here, Zoms. You're the one failing to.
yo, come on. I'm a fan of Vash. Tell me a bit about him. Convince me. I'm voting. Gotta convince me. I might just go ahead and vote for Mega Man because you don't got an argument. So come on.
Uh,
Well, how about this? I'll give Zoms a minute to make his argument, and I'll make mine.
Yeah, might be better just to give him an idea of what you're, like, I
I
guess,
mean,
asking.
what's more to say about Vash? He's a master marksman. He's got the angel arm,
Mm-hmm.
superhuman agility,
Okay,
superhuman strength,
this is a little
superhuman
bit better.
reflexes. He's got amazing eyesight, complete muscle control.
Yes.
He's got that cool hair. Those sunglasses are freaking amazing.
I
And
want those
who
sunglasses.
wouldn't who wouldn't wear that jacket?
I admit I probably would wear that jacket. I probably
You
would cosplay as him.
Yeah, as well as he likes to eat at bars. He likes traveling, hitting on random girls, and
I mean,
eating
those
donuts.
those are kind of relatable.
To a certain zombie here that shall
Yes,
go unnamed.
those are kind of relatable.
Yeah,
So is that your argument there, Zoms?
yeah, it's enough said.
Okay, that's a little bit better. I'm not gonna
Okay.
lie.
Well, Mega Man X has all that superhuman stuff because he's a robot
Mm-hmm.
and he actually has this gun, only it's attached to his hand so he can't ever lose it.
Mm-hmm.
And unbeknownst to most people, it's actually in both hands. So even though he doesn't use both of them, he can shoot with either one. Then, if he defeats you, or even if he just touches you the right way, he can steal your weapons powers and reuse them against you. He has this really super amazing IQ, and the only downside of it is that he is an emotional emo boy.
Oh,
Sadly,
oh,
who doesn't like to fight and only fights because he has to.
you know what? Also relatable.
He has the ability to collect armor parts that upgrade to the point that he, in one piece of armor, he actually can fly. Another one, he does an invincible dash that literally can split you in two. Just on
Well,
his base model alone, though, he can dash at hyper speeds. Granted, he's probably slow because he is a robot,
mm,
but he is super well articulated at shooting,
you're making
and
me start.
his gun never runs out of, ammo ever.
Mm, mm,
Sounds like a cheat to me.
Sounds
kind of
like a cheat.
does.
What? He is a robot, sir.
With Vash, I like how they limit him on ammo, and he has to counter the odds. Like he will get ammo from his enemies. He'll just go out there, dodging bullets and stuff, take your ammo, and then go back into hiding and shoot back. A lot
Hmm.
of unnecessary steps, but he'll do it.
Hmm.
Whereas with Mega Man, he could copy a flamethrower and just burn the place down that Vash is in.
Oh, you're making this
Well, there's no fun
hard.
in that.
Mm,
He could copy missiles that auto target Vash, shoot the missiles, and let the missiles do the work.
I think that if Mega Man was an anime, it would be boring.
Mega Man has an anime. He has more than
You know
one.
what? And you know what? I've never seen it because it's probably boring.
The Mega Man Maverick Hunter
ooh,
X
burn.
had an anime opening, intro, and outro.
Okay. You want to
Burn.
know who else has probably never seen it? Broseph, because he
That's not
doesn't
true.
one watch anime.
I had Mega Man Maverick Hunter X for the PSP. So there. All right, it's time to vote. I think we've said enough.
Man, you're
Zoms,
making this so hard.
I'm pretty sure Zoms, you vote for Vash the Stampede, and I vote for Mega Man X. Moxie, you are the deciding vote.
Hmm.
While she is making up her mind, I will say that for this being completely random, I was actually quite pleased with this lineup just because both of these characters use guns, and I thought that was hilarious.
In a lot of ways, they've got a lot of the same qualities. Just one's a little bit more OP than the other one.
And I think I
Um.
already know what the vote is going to be.
Mm, you might be surprised. I don't know. So the way I work is I like a little conflict. I like a little struggle. This sounds really bad, actually. Anyway, I like characters that they're not too strong. They're just strong enough. They got some weakness to them, but they can kick some serious ass when they want to. Can I get a drum roll?
Zoms.
I don't have a drum on me.
Oh, I don't have a roll on me, so I guess you're out of luck, Moxie.
That's probably my favorite part of the segment so far. It's just you two right there. I would have to say Vash.
I would have to say Vash too.
So
Well,
for me, because this is how I think, I hate when a character is too strong that the likelihood of them surviving is way up there. That being said, I've seen Trigun. Vash is very much a buffoon a lot of the time.
so wait a minute. If I had told you that Mega Man X actually got killed, that could have
Maybe
changed things.
that could have changed
I don't know.
things.
Vash has never been killed, so
Well,
But
Mega Man has been
that's the thing, like,
twice,
because you
technically.
just put emphasis on the whole robot thing. And trust me, I know both very well. I know both characters. But I sat here as somebody who didn't know either of them. And I listened in the way of, I'm being introduced to these characters. Well, this one sounds way too godly, and they're a robot? They probably just get charged up. They never die. But here's a flesh and blood person that has to. Here's this guy who has to have tactics when it comes to fighting in order to survive. I would rather choose him. Also, that name is awesome.
All right. Mega Man does die, though. I will admit this. He
Yeah.
dies twice. He died in Mega Man X5, but came back because he got rebuilt.
Yep.
And then he turned into a cyber elf for the Mega Man Zero games and eventually died. So
Yep.
he does die. He's not
Yep.
immortal. But
And
that
like I said,
carries
like,
over to round
I
two.
know both characters very well. I've watched Trigun and I played Mega Man. But for me, you got to describe it well if you want that win.
Well, speaking of things that have to be described well, the next two entrants on the bracket are Jonathan Reed and Eraserhead.
You can guess which one I picked. Maybe not.
Well, I'm the neutral party here. So, Moxie, you and Zoms have to convince me, and trust me, I have no history with either of these characters, so you're going to have to do kind of a good job. That's
Ooh.
something else I will admit. These characters are very well set up for the most part.
Oh yeah, like the two characters I chose on purpose because these are very almost niche things. You either know the video game or you have no idea what I'm talking about. Same with the anime. It used to be very popular, but it fell out. Most people know it for the abridged. They don't actually know it for the anime. Uh, Listeners, that's for the anime character I chose.
So, who wants to go first?
yeah, I went first last time.
So it's
Moxie,
me.
you're up.
All right. So I chose Jonathan Reed, Dr. Jonathan Reed.
Oh, he's a duck.
So this is a man who, upon coming back from the war, gets bitten on the street of London during the Spanish flu. He ends up dying and coming back as a vampire, and he doesn't like his existence very much. His first victim was his sister, and from there, he has found a way to tread humanity and his vampire side. He is a doctor in the very truest sense because he was a blood doctor, hematologist, yeah, which is the most ironic thing you could possibly be as a vampire. With that, depending on how you play the game, you could either have him chew on every patient or person he's met, or you could have it like me, where I actively starved my own character in a way by choosing the pacifist route, saving as many lives as I could, m- curing as many people as I could, all the while fighting the urge to drink the victims that were actually my patients. He was brought into being by the great horned one, Murden, which is actually Merlin, just to let you know. But he's an actual doctor, vampire doctor, who is working actively to find the cure for vampirism. And he has the most suave coat for that time, and like the best melting kind of voice. You heard it in the trailer. It's so good.
So what actually makes him able to fight then?
Let's see. He's able to form a protective barrier out of blood. He can shoot a blood spear out of his hand. He can erupt darkness underneath a person and form like these tendrils, these tentacles, grab them, and then kind of just crush them. Just, you know. Um, lightning fast reflexes. He can drain his victims in battle because, yes, I chose the pacifist route, but in battle, you can still take a nip out of someone. There is a very strange feral form he can actually take on. I chose not to take that trait because here's the thing with that game, you can choose what traits and what abilities you want. So it's all custom built to how your play style is. I chose the darkness tentacle thing. I didn't choose the feral form. I'm very glad I didn't. But yeah, he all of his abilities are based around blood, and so the more blood he takes a nip out of somebody's neck, the more his actual attacks manifest in the form of blood. He can also shadow walk to get past barriers and gaps in the ground. Yeah. Also, he has, did I mention, the best voice? I mean, it is like chef's kiss.
Hmm. Okay. Zoms, your rebuttal?
Okay. We're gonna have Aizawa,
Also known as
Eraserhead.
Dad Zawa.
He's gonna come out of his sleeping bag and put some eye drops in and come
Wait,
into this
really?
fight.
Yeah, no, really, he's not lying.
He needs some eye drops. He strains his eyes a lot.
This is
Anyways,
why I keep trying to get you to watch that anime.
yep. How long have we been trying to get Joseph to watch My
I
Hero?
don't
For like a
know.
while now.
Oh, God. Months.
Okay, let's just focus on Eraserhead for a minute.
As it jumps into everybody bashing on Joseph. So
Focus, Zoms, focus.
Aizawa is one of the top teachers at UA High.
So wait a
He's
minute, wait a minute, wait a
demonstrated.
minute, wait a minute. Both of these characters are professionals.
My guy
They
isn't. He's from London. If
do
that's
they
what you're
both have PhDs or
asking. Aizawa
masters?
does, I think. Who knows, maybe at this point.
Well,
Yeah.
Jonathan Reed's a doctor, and Eraserhead Aizawa has a
Is a teacher.
PhD.
I was
Uh,
That's
going to say,
ironic.
does the doctor have a PhD and Eraserhead
more than
has the
likely,
masters?
yes, because he was an actual medic during the war. He was a combat medic, Jonathan Reed was. So, I mean, you should see how he wields a bone saw. It's actually frightening.
Um,
Anyways, continue, Zoms.
okay. So, while Aizawa has demonstrated incredible combat prowess and ingenuity, that makes him very, very formidable. Formidable, especially against other people. He excels at hand-to-hand combat, excelling in close quarters combat, and his overall abilities make him pivotal combatant in situations where his opponents rely solely on the use of their quirks, because Aizawa can cancel out quirks. So, I mean, that's pretty cool. My only issue here is uh, will his ability to cancel out quirks, or can we say powers, work on Sir Jonathan E. Reed?
Not when it's built into the DNA and is no longer a quirk, but an actual manifestation because he's dead.
Yeah.
He's a vampire.
So I'm going to have to go here and say I think Aizawa would put up a good fight, jumping around, using his. He's practically a ninja, trying to tie up Jonathan Reed. But with Jonathan Reed's strength and his speed, Aizawa might last for a little bit. But I'm going to have to go with Jonathan Reed here.
Oh,
Wait
that's
a minute
shocking.
here.
What?
Dang it, you You destroyed my ability to make a tie-breaking vote, Zoms.
No, I can make it even better. Honestly, I like Aizawa, and even though he would have absolutely no chance against Jonathan, he's a cat lover, and he sleeps in class and basically tells the kids off. And he is like the epitome of a burned out, like millennial kind of figure. So go with
I
Aizawa.
love Aizawa, and I
Aizawa is
just don't think
lazy.
he'd
I
be able
love him
to.
for that. He's so
He-
lazy.
He's great. I don't think he would last against
There's your
Jonathan.
tiebreaker. There you
Yeah,
go.
You both are switching 'cause
Yeah, you wanted a
yeah.
tiebreaker. I was gonna go for Jonathan, but as soon as you said that, I'm like, nah, I'll go for the lazy dude that wants to sleep all the time with red bloodshot eyes, with with eye drops, all for days.
Oh, well,
Chronic dry eye man, or I crave violence, mother. I must drink blood. Which one?
when you put it that way, I'm gonna go with saying that Jonathan Reed probably is the very clear choice of a winner here. Like Zoms pointed out in his horribly ill-conceived
I I
um,
have I have a
rebuttal.
lot of respect, okay, for Aizawa. I do.
I do too.
I love him, but I have not played Vampire. I want to, but I've seen gameplay of it. But I have most respect here for Moxie. I believe what Moxie has said as far as the abilities, and I'm gonna have to go with Moxie on this one.
Aw. I know I don't have my webcam up, but I'm doing heart hands.
Hard hand,
Heart hand!
Okay,
hard
well,
hand.
decided by unanimous victory, I guess. A true slam dunk. Moving to the next round of this bracket portion is Jonathan Reed. Next up in the bracket are another interesting pair of characters. We have Saris Victoria
Woo! My
versus
girl!
Jury,
My girl.
which again puts Moxie versus Zoms.
This is, hey Zoms, long time no see, huh?
Oh, hello.
Oh, hi, Mark.
Um, Contrary to this
Eh,
one, I actually know a bit about Jerry, so I could say in one way that I might be a little biased because I don't like Jury. Um, Kind of goes backwards though because I don't know really anything about Saris Victoria. So both of you get to do arguments again.
Well, Zoms, I went last time first. Why don't you go first this time?
Okay. Let me see. Well, Jury, from Street Fighter, just regular human, Korean, from South Korea. Fighting style is Taekwondo with key attacks. Um, she likes spicy foods and spiders. She's got special skills such as photographic memory and never forgets a route she's taken. She is formerly, uh, you might like this, chaotic evil. She's now currently chaotic neutral. But she she's got the experience with fighting. She's a force to be reckoned with. Also, with her key attacks, which makes her pretty strong. She uses yin and yang pretty well and shoves it into your body. I'm gonna say somebody who I'm kind of reminded about when I see her fighting is Neji from Naruto.
Hmm. Okay.
She's pretty ruthless. Um,
Yes, I can agree with that.
I'm gonna
Doesn't she have a special eye though that was given to her by Shadowloo?
possibly. I'm gonna be honest with you. She's not one of my main characters that I use in Street Fighter.
Then I have a question of why you picked her.
Um,
I know that answer.
Well, I can guess that answer, but that's neither here nor there.
I
you
don't even
really
know
want to
the
know?
answer, and yet I know the answer.
Let's see. Certain amount of skin showing. Crazy. because she is lunatic. She's out for blood.
He's like, she is lunatic.
Yes, she is lunatic and probably a waifu for you.
Possibly.
That's
But
pretty
as
Denied.
far as
bingo.
why I picked certain people, it's because I didn't want to go with my first choice, and I just wanted to see other characters in the spotlight aside from the main characters. As
Kind
far
of
as if
what I did then.
I was instead of picking a like for like Street Fighter, for instance, I think a lot of people would have probably picked Ken or Chun Li.
Yeah.
I wanted to go with the character that you don't normally see um, take the spotlight. Jury went during her first appearance, but after that, it's back to Chun Li and Ryu.
Yeah, you did the same thing I did then. I like that. We kind of connected hive-minded kind of
Yep.
mindset.
Uh, so, anything else to add there about Juri
I love her outfits.
Of course you would.
waifu?
Of course you would. Why wouldn't
Okay,
you?
Moxie, I think this is going to be a landslide here, possibly.
You don't know that.
Yeah, I don't know that, but go ahead and make your argument, please.
So, interestingly enough, I actually cosplayed this character. I'm well versed with this character. I like this character. This character is amazing. So, to go along with the Jonathan Reed, she's also a vampire. I did a theme here. Can you tell? Anyway,
Hmm.
so
Hmm.
Sarah's Victoria was the police girl. She's a sniper, and she's good at what she does. But fate happened. She wasn't going to survive, and Alucard turned her. She is badass. Let me tell you. Not only does she finally embrace her vampiric powers towards the end of the series, throughout, even as a vampire, and she refuses to embrace the vampire side, she's still amazingly like ripping through enemies, relying on the sniper. She has amazing weaponry. She was able to take down an airship with massive cannons because of her heightened strength. Um, when she finally does drink blood officially for the first time and is able to embrace the vampiric side, we're talking the ability to break down illusions and brainwashing. We're talking hyperspeed, hyperpower, um, like this feral kind of fighting style of literally at one point just taking somebody's face and at high speeds running, just grinding the face into powder against the wall for like a mile, and like a blink of an eye kind of thing. Um, she is adorable. She is easily nervous, anxious at times, but then she's just into that. Okay, who do I need to kill? Okay, duty. Her personality is great. I love it, and the fact that she is a sniper and she relies on that even when she's a vampire, and she relies on her training when she was in the police force, and she relies on that more than her vampiric side is really cool. But when she does go vampire side, I mean it's horrifying. She takes on a lycanthrope and just destroys. There's like she's horrifying. We're talking about like, all the vampiric things that Alucard has that she's got now. Yeah.
Hmm, interesting. I was just imagining Juri kicking Sarah's Victoria all over the place. Blood gets spilled. Saris drinks some of it, and then, well,
Probably
things end quickly.
probably bites her hand off. Like
You know,
literally, not
I was thinking
figuratively.
about it, and I think that the moment that Jury saw Saris bite her or attempt to bite her, I think that Jury might attempt to bite Saris back.
That would
That
be
is
funny.
true, considering
That
Juri
is
is that
funny.
kind of crazy.
That is hilarious.
Is there anything you would like to add to your argument, Moxie?
All I can say is she is horrifying when she goes vampire. I keep saying that, but the ability to break down illusions and stuff.
Can Saris survive in sunlight?
Um, to an extent, I remember there was something in the Helsing OVA. I watched both, by the way, and I read the manga. So, there's trying to remember. It's been a while. There was a stipulation, but yes, to an extent.
Okay.
Of course, she was walking around perfectly in the sunlight for a while because didn't fully drink blood for the longest time.
I think it's time to vote then.
Go ahead, lay it on us.
Oh no, you two vote first. I want to
Mm,
see if I'm even necessary.
jeez. Oh,
Because my vote may change things and it may
well,
not.
I voted for Zoms last time. I gotta vote for Saris this time because she's awesome. Able to wield a gun twice her freaking size and just shoot it off, no problem. Oh, is that supposed to be a cannon to an actual piece of weaponry? Oh yeah, she'll wield it just fine. No problem. Like what even is she? Oh wait, she's a vampire. And she's adorable.
Zoms, what's your vote?
The way that I see it going down is where Saris is affiliated with the London police force. So I'm assuming it would probably this fight may happen in London. Uh, I think that Jury is pretty smart, and she would again memorize the town before starting a fight. She would have to avoid getting sniped, so getting in close, using alleyways and stuff like that.
Yeah. And she blew off somebody's head sniping. Just like
Yeah,
red mist. Sorry, y'all. That kind of thing.
and I
It's good.
think that Jury would be pretty excited for this because one of the two of the things that um, Jury dislikes is rules and boring people, and I think that
It's a match made in
Saris is
heaven.
anything but boring. So closing the gap, getting in, I think that Saris would probably win due to the fact that she is faster and stronger.
And
I'm
the
not sure.
spawn of Dracula, basically.
Yeah, I'm not sure how the key attacks would work
Huh?
against a vampire. I mean, she might use some light
Might use
key to
something.
put some life into Saris and then rip it out.
Oh, well, that might work. I'm not sure
I
how
I
well,
can
but
see I'm not completely necessary, but I'm pretty much same minded as you, Zoms. Can see Jury working her way, getting in there very quickly, in the thirst for getting in a lot of kicks and everything. And then ultimately the end of it comes with Saris getting in just that right bite and wiping out Jury. So I think we've made our decision, and this round goes to Saris Victoria.
my
Moving
girl,
up.
Yep.
Saris.
Hmm.
Now this is going to be interesting
Oh, yeah.
because the next two characters are both characters that I picked.
Wait
So
a
you
minute.
argue
What?
against yourself.
Yes,
Go for it.
Oh, okay.
it's
Okay.
Pyra versus Goku. And
I vote Pyra because I don't like Goku.
moving on to Pyra versus Goku, I am going to start the argument with Goku because it's Goku. I mean, the boy Superman wonder here of the anime world that fires ki blasts left and right. Uh yeah. He can Super Saiyan himself up how far, Zoms? God level?
I'm not
How?
part of this.
The man that actually does die, did die.
Over 9,000.
He's dead a couple times.
Yeah, he keeps dying.
I'm not sure how much of an argument I have to make considering how many people know Goku. Uh, he
Goku is
is.
like the Superman of the anime world.
I was thinking more like the idiot that runs into the wall and keeps running into the wall until the wall caves.
Yeah, no, that's actually more accurate.
So when he meets the mountain falls down.
Yep. That is interesting. I mean, Goku Goku can train himself up. That is Goku's thing. He trains relentlessly and just keeps getting stronger every chance. Never backs down from a challenge. And that's commendable, you know? Goku is insanely overpowered for this entire list, probably. But yeah, he has a heart of gold. He's an idiot, but he has a heart of gold and can really just train and doesn't stop. And he always wants to go to fight the next big thing. That's Goku. Whereas Pyra, on the other hand, is the Aegis, which in her world is the most powerful blade of all. But she's actually not, she is one part of a trinity. And yes, Moxie, I am spoiling a little bit here, but Pyra is one part of technically three, though it's two distinct personalities.
Didn't know
Um,
that.
yeah. The other distinct personality, though, is Mithra, who Pyra is got fire-based powers. And what they do not go into the main game, but they do in the side story, the DLC, is that the blades can actually fight on their own. Pyra is actually pretty insanely powerful. She can get shut down by a certain other blade that I will not spoil for you on that. Um, Her counterpart, though, Mithra, actually is got light-based powers in a big freaking sword too, and can see the future to a certain extent, at least predict when things are going to happen to be able to avoid them. Um, Pyra's, though, kind of like the sweetheart of the group. She's very caring, and Mithra is headstrong. So you have a duality there. For Pyra, though, the fire-based powers, the ability to fight, and yeah, she could get tussled around, but she's not really technically a human, so she doesn't have the flesh and blood weaknesses like does. And I think she can die, but it's not the same. And again, though, she is insanely powerful with the fire powers that she has. Her counterpart Mithra is actually one that could literally destroy the world in her powers alone. Is that a good enough argument for both of them?
I would say so.
Zoms?
Sure.
I don't think Zoms is speaking to us because he already cast his vote for Pyra.
Is that true, Zarms?
Uh, let me get on my monocle, and I'm going to. This can go one of two ways here, obviously, but I can vote for Pyra because I don't want Goku to win, or I can vote for Goku because I think that he would wreck Pyra.
Pyra could just switch to Mithra and stabby Goku, and that would be the end of Goku.
But would that
Would it?
technically be not allowed because then that's a different character? We have to
They're
focus on Pyra?
technically the same character because you can't have one without the other.
Then not a big god, Marty.
Also, would a sword pierce Goku? He does stop swords with his fingers.
If he catches the sword, then Pyra could just turn it into flame and singe his fingers.
I mean, is the flame hot enough? Because Goku can, I think, punch the sun.
Pyra, well, even if Goku could punch the sun, Pyra could still melt Goku. She's the Aegis. Let's put it this way: Pyra is a fraction of Mithra's power, and Pyra is pretty insanely strong. Plus, okay, I'm just gonna say this one word that's going to cinch Sam's vote here. Pyra also is well endowed.
Shut up.
You know, we know your brand.
Okay, I get it. But this whole lineup thing is for the fans. And I'm going to be fair. This isn't for me because I would have very few of these characters that are in here, and I would change the whole lineup if it was just for me.
Zoms, I'm gonna tell you something else.
Yes.
Pyra is one of 3 well-endowed characters.
Okay.
Each of them have a different hair color.
I still think Goku would win. Because 1, I don't think that matters to Goku. 2, Goku would go of any of his forms in Saiyan, Kaioken, and he can shoot blasts from far away, but also Goku with his amazing speed and amazing strength.
Can I say one other thing that might change your mind on Pyra?
Okay.
He's grasping for straws at this point.
Her third form literally controls the world.
Goku will punch a world, and it will not be there.
How can he punch something that he isn't in control of that
Let
literally
me go
can
make some
just drive him
popcorn.
Goku
popcorn,
could
guys.
destroy planets. No problem.
Pyra can control the planet.
There's no point in that ability if there's nothing to control.
Exactly. If Goku just doesn't exist, then the ultimate winner is Pyra.
Yeah, if you didn't have Goku in here, I got a character I could have thrown in here, but I thought no, that would not be no fun. That would be no fun at all.
You
So
hate Goku and you want to vote against Goku. This is
It's not that I hate Goku. It's just that I think in his own world, his own universe, he's cool. But against others, nah.
well, okay. Before Moxie votes, since you're voting Goku, right?
As far as who I think would win in a fight, yes. I think
Okay.
Goku. I said I would vote Pyra just because I want Goku out of this lineup, but
Well, I'm
yeah.
gonna make a statement that is going to really change this. Okay, I
This is
said this
hilarious.
before.
The
No,
popcorn's good, by the way.
I'm gonna say this. Okay, Goku has to train to get to where he is. Pyra comes preloaded with
Remember
all the
my
powers.
talk about me not liking overly powered characters? I was going one way and you're making me want to go the other way.
All right, fine. That part's dormant. Okay, it was she forced herself to be Mithra forced herself to be dormant.
I was gonna say, even then, so let's get Goku now, who's like his own god now.
See, no matter what, I mean, well, I'm
Oh,
voting for Pyro. Just so you know, I'm voting for Pyro because I'm skewed.
So, Mox, I don't know if you were here, but I said I wanted Pyra just because I wanted Goku out.
oh yeah, I was making popcorn and like listening to you guys. It was hilarious.
The moment I saw this roster and I was just he put Goku in here, really.
Yeah.
I was like, no.
Well, the vote is you're voting for Goku. I'm voting for Pyra. The deciding vote is Moxie's.
Can I get a drum roll?
Well, Zom
Rosa?
still doesn't have a drum, and I still don't have a roll.
But do you have a drum?
Attaboy.
I don't have a drum either.
Attaboys.
I got a
Let
roll.
me down. Let me down on my
Fine, here we go.
need. There you go. Much
There, that's
better.
your drum and
Thank
roll.
So I choose Pyra because he sold me on the hair colors.
Okay. I'm fine with that.
Oh, that is
Didn't expect
hilarious.
that answer, did you?
No, I did not.
Honestly, I don't like Goku. I absolutely detest him. I think he's annoying. So no matter what, I was going to choose whoever Goku was up against.
I'm more of a
Oh, I'm-
Vegeta fan.
Same.
Oh, I'm so glad I didn't pick him.
It would have been instantly Vegeta if you'd chosen him.
You know, for what it's worth, this might be pathetic in my part, but I honestly do think in some way, shape, or form that Pyra could beat Goku. You could argue however you want, Zoms, and the best I can say is either yes, Goku could win, it could wind up being a tie, but there is a chance I see Pyra winning.
You also don't watch anime, so
I have watched enough
Calling
Dragon
you
Ball
out,
Z
buddy.
to know better.
Well, I mean, you haven't
No.
watched My Hero.
No, but I have watched
staring
Dragon
at your
Ball Z.
webcam screen. You haven't watched My Hero.
I have watched Dragon Ball Z though.
Are you
That's
caught up though?
old.
No.
That is
I mean,
old.
even then, like Goku on like Namek first becoming
Bruh,
Super Saiyan,
we
I think is
we
too
need to get
powerful.
you, bro. We need to get you some anime in you. This is coming
Yeah.
from the metalhead. We gotta get some anime in you.
That'll have to wait for another time. So the standing for the bracket is the following. Next week, it'll be Vash the Stampede versus Jonathan Reed
Oh jeez.
and Saris Victoria versus Pyra.
Oh jeez. I'm gonna lose both.
You never know. You never know.
Guess I'm gonna have to play some Vampire and watch some Helsing OVA over the weekend just to pump myself up.
But that does it for this week's March Madness big topic.
It's actually kind of fun.
And I think that does it for this week's podcast. Thank you, everyone, so much for listening. What did you think, though? Do you enjoy our March Madness bracket? Are we making completely irrational decisions about these amazing characters?
Probably yes, but
Probably yes.
yeah.
Is your favorite
likely.
character on the bracket?
Does your favorite character have multiple hair colors?
The third color is green, by the way.
Even better. I love green.
Let us know. Drop a comment in the comment section of this podcast, or even better, send us an email to nerdbreakpodcast@gmail.com. Even suggest which character you would like to see in next year's March Madness bracket, because yes, this is going to be a thing.
Yes, unfortunately, it's going to be a thing. I mean, fortunately, it's going to be a thing. Well, they didn't say that. Nope.
But thank you, everyone, so much for listening. On behalf of myself, Zoms,
It's me, Zoms.
and Moxie,
My two vampires won. Yay! They don't suck after all.
thank you, everyone, and we'll see you next time. Bye.
So, I thought you were going to actually choose Saris because she has a huge,
I mean, Jury's pretty up there too, but you know what? When it comes to Street Fighter, I'm a Zangief fan.